So there's some weird Christmas miracle going on. There's weird science, and this has been happening for a while, but this year is truly astounding. Moreon Trivia, which we've played for years. Pat plays now on his program. Pat Gray joins us from Pat Gray Unleashed. And it was right again this weekend. It's 13-2 now.
13-2.
Yeah. 13-2, and this weekend it predicted the Eagles win
over the 11-2 Los Angeles Rams in Los Angeles.
Yeah. Eagles were 13.5-point underdogs, I believe.
Now, Stu, even you didn't think the Eagles were going to beat the Rams.
No, I never think they're going to win any games, but that was really amazing. I mean, because we did Moreon Trivia kind of together on Friday on Pat Gray Unleashed, and I was, of course, rooting for the Eagles, but as we went off the air, Pat's like, look, I mean, this is going to be the biggest test of Moreon Trivia of all time. Like, I mean, the Eagles were not supposed to win that game. Backup quarterback yet again with Nick Foles.
They were 13.5-point underdogs and won.
So let me ask you, because Stu, you remember, we've played this for 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years.
Yeah, almost.
And
well, we played it 30 years ago almost.
Yeah.
We were playing it, weren't we? Okay. And it is... It's always like this. It's always like this. And there are come times where, like that, when we first started playing it, that we would go, okay, there's no way the Eagles are going to win. And we'd be deep in a season and we'd say, let's
and
just
you want to protect the record.
Right. And so we're like, let's throw a bone. You know, we've only done that a couple of times because every time that happens, it's wrong every time.
Oh, you can't miss with the perfection. You can't mess with the perfection of Moreon Trivia.
Seriously, you can't.
Yeah, when you do, you're wrong.
So what are the odds that this randomly happens?
One of our listeners calculated the odds, and I'm not smart enough to actually do the math on this, but he did, and he said it was a 0.037% chance that this would randomly happen.
I mean. But it happens like this over and over and over again. We should go back and look because don't we have the website. We have a listener that does more on.
It was shut down for a while. I don't know if it's back up. I think it might be back up. They were going to put it back up this year.
Okay, so and it should have the record. And it's usually, we had a couple of
The overall record would be pretty impressive.
Yes.
I think this is one of the better years, but you guys have done 15-1 in the past, right?
Yes.
Didn't that happen one year?
Yeah, there's been a couple of years like that, but this is definitely one of the best of all time.
I mean, it's incredible.
And really what was amazing, we did it for, 15 probably straight years. And we've had some interruptions here and there, but every year, I believe, except for maybe one, was over 500. So they weren't all 15-2 type of years, but a lot of them were, 10-5.
If you would have placed money just on Moreon Trivia, you would have made a lot of money.
This year, you would have made a fortune. You'd make a fortune, especially betting against the spread, like the Friday, like this weekend's game.
Oh my God!
Jeez,
and you'd never do it.
No, you'd never had.
We've had a great record with Moreon Trivia for decades, and I've never heard a listener say, "Yeah, I put money down on it."
Someone last night,
somebody did this weekend. They won some money on it.
Someone said they put a
based on this.
Yes, they just got to the point where I'm just going to now bet on it, and they think they made this weekend $125. They said. Now again, like if you did the money line bet,
and I wouldn't want anybody to really put anything on the line.
No, because there's no. This is crazy.
Oh, I disagree.
There's moron magic happening.
If you have a mortgage payment coming up and you don't think you can make it, figure out how much you have to put down to get that mortgage payment and bet it on Moreon Trivia's results. That's where I am at this point. After that game, I'm willing to go down that road.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I may not be a financial advisor, but I mean, money line going into that game had to be 7 or 8-1. For the Eagles to win that?
Had to be.
Because again, 13.5 points is the point spread. Like they're saying, well, will the Eagles they'll probably lose by about 14. To win the game, you can bet 100 and win 700 or 800. And I mean, that's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing that Moreon Trivia nailed it.
So to
yet
win
again.
120, what did you maybe bet $20 or something?
Probably about about $20 and win 125, something like that.
Not a bad return on your
bad for
$100.
this listener. And this is what we do for listeners. We're enriching you with
Just
gambling.
enriching you with gambling advice.
Happy holidays from the Glenn Beck program.
I was saying this morning that if we actually encourage gambling based on this, I think the commission would be investigating us right now.
Well, I mean, honestly, now that the Supreme Court ruled that no longer can the federal government control state decisions on gambling, this year, and now because of that, there's a big giant explosion into this market where a lot of new shows have launched and networks are launching based on, hey, here's some gambling. You can now do it legally in several states and more are coming. I mean, maybe this just deserves its own show on like ESPN. Maybe Moreon Trivia just goes on ESPN or Fox Sports 1 and just is on all the time doing Moreon Trivia.
This is way more accurate than their gamblers.
Maybe what we should do is just do Moreon Trivia and edit it down and then give analysis, real actual sports analysis on why that can't happen or is right or isn't right, and then compare the analysis with the actual game.
You could do it.
We could.
You could do it. I mean, this year has been amazing.
Wish we had a network. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
We should. We should. Because it's crazy.
It is. It is. It shouldn't happen. I can tell you that. I mean,
because morons should not be able. The number of people that can't tell you who the president is should have nothing to do with the score of a football game.